We're heading up to the barn. Day in the life. Let's do this. Having some nice weather today. Oh, it's locked. Hello! As requested, today's video is going to be day in the life. So I'm a guitar player and producer, and I'm building a recording studio in this barn using only salvaged equipment and recycled gear. Today, I don't have a ton of time. Because I'm short on time, I'm gonna try to kill a lot of birds with one stone with this video. Because what I need to do is an original song and a cover and shoot a bunch of instructional videos. Drums, Tascam 388, boom. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna explain to you what I'm doing. I'm gonna show you my setup and I'm gonna walk you through kind of the way I'm recording. The video quality might not be very, very high. I'm gonna shoot with my phone and stuff just because I'm so short on time, but I don't think you care. We'll all have fun and have learned something. She's good.
All right.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. It's been a couple of days.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's been a minute. Got some mail. Very excited to open this. Always enjoy getting packages. Let's see what this is. Something poisonous or something deadly. Police will have access to this video. Whoa, whoa. Hi, Travis. Ellie. Hi, Travis. Repurposed flag equals dust cover for your 388. On YouTube, I'm Country Sky Studio. Whoa, 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 whoa. My goodness, this is very cool. Wow, this is extravagant. Thanks, David. So I just quickly laid down some demo drums, and then I'm gonna just start with guitar. That's my only pedal. I don't use a pedal board. I don't believe in pedal boards. Pedal boards add noise, they degrade sound, they create problems. I don't like them. Going through this amp, which is a Vibrolux reverb. Since I actually care about how my guitars sound, I'm gonna use this Gibson Les Paul. For the first project, thinking about doing a stereo overhead so I can get them a little bit more modern sounding. Not sure how this reflective wall is gonna handle that. Only way to tell is to throw up some mics. Got a pillow in here because I was using it as a bass drum, so I gotta take this out. I might mess around with some different beaters. Got some different beater options right here. Some people ask me, can I do a really digital, clear sounding recording? And this will be an attempt at that. Again, I don't know what the acoustics are gonna sound like in stereo over here, but I'm doing this approach where I like to have my overheads on an angle. And the reason I do this is so that like a crash isn't right under a cymbal. So that's a little close. I'm gonna have to adjust this. What this also does is if you have a tom there and a tom there is that it picks up the toms. It's just a better balance when you're doing a two overhead approach and you want to pick up toms, you want to have an even balance. I'm putting the cymbals in an awkward place to play, but sonically it's better. The proof is in the pudding. We'll see what it sounds like. The more time sensitive the project, the more time I can waste. It really is remarkable. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Very cool dumpster find. Even just these headphones are cool, huh? Look at these. Anybody know what these are? Pioneer SE305. Is this a speaker? Whoa. I'm sure all you nerds already know about this trick, but one thing you can do to keep your drums in phase, your overheads in phase, is like measure from the middle of the snare head to each microphone. Right, so this one's a little farther, and then you repeat the process, the beater or the top of the bass drum, and then you listen. Sometimes it can actually be easier to move your drum than it is to move your mics. If your snare is all lined up, you can just move your kick drum over. And you're like, why don't I have a tom? I just don't have a tom stand, and whatever. Most important thing is the snare, the kick, the crash, hi-hat. These toms are gonna get hit, what, 5 times in a song? So I tried out all these different beaters, and I gotta say, this fuzzy beater that's a little bit worn down is like the perfect blend, just beater-wise. I'm not saying that the kick drum sounds great, but so far that's the best tone. Just like a nice blend of smack, but also pillowy, and not too metal sounding, you know? Okay, so first listen, the drums sound a little trashy. They kind of have a papery sound, it's cool, but I'm gonna do some dampening. Honestly, just kick and snare sounds better to me. Like, I really don't like a lot of room sound. Listen to this. That just sounds cooler. I'm sorry, but room mics, I bring them way down just for some width. That's all I need. We got here is a clothes hanger. I knew it would come in handy someday. Changed up the snare a little bit because I think it could ring a little bit more. Got this here. Got this baffle that I built. This should be a little bit more dead now. Of course, we got some stuff up there. You can hear the tom fill going on. You know, even with just 2 overheads. I need headphones for this month. Wait. Why is there so much latency? Emergency Zoom session. Somebody needs their 246 for the recording session. It's not working. They called me. We're gonna see if we can get it working.
Yo, Travis.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Dude, thank you so fucking much for doing this, man. You literally saved my ass.
Well, let's see if we can get it working, because I don't know what's going on yet.
Yeah, it's quite the weird thing. Do odd.
Channel 3, channel 3, channel 3. I'm gonna tell my next student I'm gonna be 10 minutes late. I'm gonna give you another 10 minutes, okay?
Oh shit, man. Thanks. Now the tape is making a squeaky noise. Okay, I currently do not hear anything but my record function.
For anybody watching this who's new to recording, being able to play to a click well is really, really valuable, because that saves me a bunch of time if I can just do one take on the drums and it just sits in the pocket the first time. So that means I can spend hours wasting time pointing microphones and doing other crap. Using this cheap Charvel bass, probably the original strings, they might be 30 years old. Gonna throw some tambo on the bridge with that microphone. Suggested to the client that we go faster, and I think it sounds way better. That's a nice woody tone on that guitar, I gotta say. One pedal into a nice amp, it sounds like wood, it sounds like earth. That's the tone I like. I like the bass tone too. I'm not doing anything to that bass. Literally, I think I turned some of the tone down and I'm going through this tone beast. I like that bass tone. Can we talk about guitar tone? People use too much overdrive. You don't need so much overdrive, man. I'm using hardly nothing. Get a nice guitar, use one freaking pedal at most, don't go through a pedal board, and go through a nice amp. And you get, I don't know, man. You know where the best tones in the world are from? Rubber Soul. Listen to Rubber Soul. Just try to match those tones. I'm not saying I'm getting near those tones. I'm saying that's my ideal. That's a nice guitar tone, a nice drum tone. Every tone is great on that album. That's my blueprint for a nice tone. Once I speed up the tempo, everything sounded better. I started feeling better about the recording, and I did it all in one take. It's just nice to have that happen. I'll show you the beginning. I mean, the client still has to play his guitar, do his vocals, we gotta mix it, but... swampy, but it has a good vibe, and happy with the tones. And now on to the next song. If you're enjoying these videos, thank you for smashing something or sharing it with your friends. So the second track I recorded was Fever. Sounds like this. It's like that Peggy Lee song. You know that song? Boom. Fever! Basically, this actually worked perfect. This is where I did like the finger snaps. I used these brushes to get that jazzy sound, you know? Put some bongos on there. The timpani kind of sounds were a mix of the kick. Took this bass drum beater and using this sock, I turned it into a mallet, and I went, you know, I used no muting on this, and I got a nice blend of just the kick and these overheads to give it a stereo spread. What you can do is you can chop things and cut them in half and double them to get a wider sound. A little hard to see right now. The lighting is like really crazy right now. Hello! It's too bright to kind of demonstrate on the computer, but basically just using all the stuff here, a combination of artificial reverb and the actual room sound, and everything is organic. I used some MIDI timpani like really, really quietly in there, just add a little bit of dimension. Otherwise, it's all totally organic. I use this bass. Micah is gonna add vocals and maybe some saxophone, and then we'll get to mixing. A lot of bars, so I had to make this horrible chart so I could follow it. 2 modulations. One thing I try to do is to not use fancy plugins. I try to use stock Logic plugins or plugins that are free, because I'm too lazy to like bounce down all my stems all the time and remember that and archive everything. If I can just use stock Logic plugins, then I know I won't get hung up with some crazy plugin that I happen to have on this computer, but I won't have on some future computer. So